Hello everybody, today is May 4th, 2018, and I'd like to talk to you about using KIOSK. KIOSK is our way for the district to maintain our leave records. For those of you who have been around a while, you know that once you have a sick day, you would file a green paper for your sick day, or if you were taking a personal day, you would fill out the white and yellow form. Well, KIOSK is taking the place of that paperwork. To begin, you need to make sure that your phone number in KIOSK matches your phone number in ASOP. So I'm in KIOSK right now. I'm going to click on Profile, and I'm going to take note of what phone number I want them to contact me through. So long ago, I added my cell phone number here in KIOSK. But then they want your phone number to be the same on ASOP. So this is where it gets a little bit strange. If I go into Account here, I might need to change this phone number in ASOP to be the same phone number. Now, if they match, you're good, but the point is the two phone numbers have to match. So I changed my ASOP to be my cell phone number so they would match. What that does, though, if you remember from the beginning of time, when ASOP first started, we would register as our username. We would type in our desk phone number, like the phone number identified with us through the district. Once I changed that phone number, sorry, I cannot do two things at once. Once I changed that phone number in KIOSK, then now that user ID is changed here in ASOP, which was a little confusing at first. But my password is the same, so it's the last four digits of my desk phone. And then I can click sign in. So that's the first order of business that you need to do, is make sure that your phone numbers match. Next, let's go here to where it says leave request, and let's go down to where it says set leave starting and ending time preferences. I'm going to encourage you to set your starting time and your ending time so that you don't always have to select those each time you make out a leave request. And we're going to keep this simple. We're going to mirror what the leave times are that are on ASOP. So like on ASOP, if I want a full day, it tells me right here, my day starts at 7:30 and it ends at 3:05. 7:30 to 3:05. Yours will be different if you're at the elementary or at the high school, but I set mine to 7:30 to 3:05, and then I click set default starting and ending time. So that now when I go, let's say I go to leave request, and I go down to create new request, now those times are always set, and I don't always have to select them. All right? So now what I want to do is I want to talk to you about doing a sick leave request. I'm going to leave it active teacher, but I'm going to go here to where it says sick leave, and down here. And just like the green form, and just like, page 71 of our current contract, I have to select why I need sick leave. That's not a change. That is contractually fine. You do need to select why you're taking that leave. So let's say illness or injury. They do give you a box for supplying a reason for the use of sick leave. You are not to fill out that box. If it will not let you submit this form with that box empty, then you can type a character in there just to put something in there to bypass it. But I don't want you to supply any type of narrative as to why you are using your sick leave. That is medically your business. All right. Next, start and end date, pretty self-explanatory. Now, if you are taking like a half-day sick leave, you have your start time here, you have your end time here. If you're going to do a half day, then you need to adjust those times. And again, I'm going to encourage you to use the times out here on KIOSK. So let's say I want a half day in the morning. Well, my end time is now 11:15 at the middle school. So I would just have to adjust this time. All right. Next, you will see a drop-down menu here, and you are allowed to take a quarter day, half day, or three-quarter day, or a whole day of sick leave, except for they can't do the whole day on the drop-down here. So if you wanted a whole day, obviously you would select 0, and then in this box right here, you would type a 1. All right? I do want to point out to you, sick leave, you can do a quarter day, half day, three-quarter day, or whole day. And I'm going to come back to that topic here in just a few moments when we're talking about personal leave. Down here, you don't need to fill anything in this box. You should, if you do need a substitute, you should check substitute needed. Eventually in the future, KIOSK and ASOP are going to talk to one another, so hopefully you won't have to do both. That's the hope. But for now, in KIOSK, if you're a staff member that does need a substitute, you would check mark that. Okay, now let's talk about personal leave. With personal leave right there, you would select personal leave. You would have to select one of these two, emergency leave or a personal leave. If you select personal leave, you don't need to supply a reason. Do not supply a reason. That's not how our contract reads. But I will tell you that it is expected that if you're taking a personal day, it's for one of the 15 reasons on page 28 of our current contract, which is 2016 to 18. Whew, 2016 to 18 is what I'm working from currently. All right, so you don't have to supply a reason, but it is expected that it falls under the categories that are approved. Now, start time and end time is the same as what we just went through with sick leave, but this drop-down menu right here cannot be customized. So is a quarter day, half day, three-quarter day, and whole day back on sick, but we can't change it. That drop-down is the same no matter what. Our contract in section 10.03, letter E, says that personal leave may be taken in whole or half-day increments, but not otherwise. So like you can't take a quarter day or a three-quarter day personal day. It's half or it's whole. Even though this drop-down menu would allow you to select that, our contract does not read that way. All right, so I think that is about it. Looking over my list as we speak. And if you have any questions, you can email me, or you can, and if you do email me, please also include Ann Bernardo and Christine Glover. I think it's Glover. But definitely include me and Ann Bernardo on your questions. And thank you for your time in watching this.